back to my channel. My name is Janet and I have lost over 100 pounds following the ketogenic diet. On my channel you will find a variety of things in order to help you on your weight loss journey, so please consider hitting that red subscribe button. We would love to have you join the family here, and if you're one of my returning subscribers, welcome back. We are having our first snowfall here. It's not really sticking to the ground, but it is snowing, but once it hits the ground it is melting, so I'm excited. I absolutely love winter. Like I mentioned, we literally only get a couple weeks of fall, which is like the perfect temperature. So I am always excited for winter. So today I thought that I would make something that is kind of like a warm, comforting meal. And I am going to be making some keto chicken stew. What we are making today is actually going to be a slow cooker meal. I'm getting into the season to make more slow cooker meals. So if that's what you're interested, let me know down below in the comments, because I always like your feedback. If you do enjoy crock pot meals, I definitely want to share more of what I'm making. So let's get started and let's prep all of the ingredients. For Halloween, Perfect Keto is having a sale. So on everything off of their website, you will save 31%, and any orders over $75 receive free shipping and a free gift. That free gift is a nut butter, so amazing deal, especially if you get over $75. You're saving percentage, you're saving on the shipping, plus you're getting something for free. So an amazing deal. I will have the link down below in my description. Please make sure that you click on my link that I will provide for you in the description. It does give me a little bit of kickback. There is no code needed, and it lasts from today all the way through to October 31st. All right, so I just have my smaller crock pot. I'm making a small batch of this. I will use the recipe that I'm referring to linked in the description. However, I am modifying it quite a bit. It was just kind of a guideline for me to follow, honestly. But this is just my smaller crock pot, which I am going to be using. So I'm just gonna have that off to the side. And what I am going to do first is I'm going to cut up all of my chicken. These are boneless and skinless chicken thighs. I do prefer chicken thighs lately. That's all I've been having instead of like chicken breasts or something else. So I am just going to cut all of these up. I'm probably going to trim off the fat a little bit because there is some fatty pieces that I just want to trim up, and then we will get started. All right, and I am actually going to use vegetable broth today because I don't have any chicken stock. So we need 2 cups of, it's supposed to be chicken broth. If you have chicken broth on hand, definitely use that. But like I said, I just have some vegetable broth, and I think I'm gonna mix it with a packet of the OXO that I have, just to give it a little bit more flavor. Oh, that's a little bit over, but I wanted to use all of this. I'm just going to mix a little bit of the chicken OXO that I have. I know it's kind of probably colder, but that's all right. Once it gets in the slow cooker, it will warm up and give it a little bit of extra chicken flavor, because I think that's important. All right, so we are going to put the stock in first. And let me move all of this over just a little bit. Like you've seen, I actually only cut up about 3 or 4 chicken thighs because this is only for myself, and I did want to have some chicken left over for Jimmy. I think I'm going to make him some curry with rice later on. So I did want to keep some of it to the side instead of it making all of it for this recipe. But we are just going to put our chicken stock in the slow cooker. Then we are going to put our chicken in that. Now there's some ingredients that I don't have that I'm not going to include. I really desperately, you guys, need to get groceries. So I honestly just kind of wanted to use what I had in my freezer, but there are some ingredients which I don't have. I don't have fresh onions. I don't have fresh carrots right now. And honestly, I wanted to omit the carrots anyways because I think I am going to put in a can of green beans after this is all done. So we are going to put in some garlic. We are going to put in some oregano and some salt and pepper. I always use the Redmond's real salt. I have a discount code below that will save you 15% off your order. And I'm also going to put some pepper. And also, since I don't have fresh onion, I'm going to put in some minced onion. And then what we are going to do with this is we are going to put the lid on it and we are going to let it slow cook. I'm actually going to keep it on low for about 4 hours so that chicken can get all nice and tender and juicy. Oh my, it smells so good in my house right now. So I had left this on low for 4 hours. So sorry, now we are going to add in our ½ cup of heavy whipping cream. And also what I'm going to be adding to this to give it extra flavor is some of the savory keto chow chicken soup. So this is totally optional. You do not need to put this in. I just have it on hand and I want to start using this up, and especially with winter coming, I want to make some savory chicken soup, chicken stew, chicken pot pie recipes with it. So I am going to, there is a scoop somewhere in here, I just know it. This is a brand new package. There it is. All right, I'm going to put, I think I'm actually going to put pretty much a whole scoop in here. There we go. Now I am just going to whisk this together. And what I'm also going to put in this to thicken it is some xanthan gum. I like my stew of any sort nice and thick. That's just how I prefer it. I know everybody is different, but that is how I like it. So I'm just gonna add in as well some xanthan gum, and I'm just gonna continually whisk this for a few minutes until everything is like dissolved and combined and that it has thickened. So I'm gonna add in my xanthan gum. Now remember, with your xanthan gum, a little bit goes a long way. So I'm just gonna start with a little bit. You have to whisk it while you put it in. What I'm also going to add while I am continuous stirring it, I'm gonna add some green beans. I'm gonna use about half the can. You can use spinach or any other keto approved vegetable of your choice. I just really like green beans. There we go, about half the can. All right, I have stirred everything together here, and now I'm gonna put it on high, and I'm gonna put the lid back on it and let it cook for an additional 10 minutes, and then it should be all done. Also wanted to put in this video because a lot of you have been asking and really concerned about our little Rosie. So Rosie is doing much better. Thank you so much for asking. She was sick for about 4 days, I would say 4 or 5 days, and I'm not sure exactly what it was. I'm thinking it's probably just some sort of stomach bug, but now she's back to normal. She is eating healthy. She is going to the washroom regularly. She isn't getting sick. She is feeling absolutely wonderful. So I'm so happy. I was talking to Zoe about this and I was like, can you imagine how much it would have been if I would have taken Aries and Rosie to the vet with their issues? Because as you would have known, Aries, when I got them groomed, the groomer had said it seemed like a heat spot that Aries had behind his ear. And when I looked at it, it wasn't really hot. She had said that it was hot, but it really wasn't. It was kind of like an open wound, and it looked like he was scratching is what it was. So I was able to treat that at home 3 times a day. I was doing hydrogen peroxide, cleaning it, letting it dry, and then putting polysporin. And then what I did also is I have like a headband that I use like when I take off my makeup or anything like that. And I use that headband to kind of keep the area covered because it's 100% cotton. cotton, and I knew that it would be well on his skin and it would prevent him from scratching it, right? So I did that kind of off and on with the headband because I didn't want to keep it completely covered all of the time. I needed to let it get some air to heal, and I was able to heal that in about 3 days myself. Now, I understand everybody isn't able to be at home and to be administering that to their dog, but always remember that dogs especially, you can treat them like humans. They go by body weight. Let's say if you give them gravel or if you give them some Pepto-Bismol. If I would have had Pepto-Bismol on hand, I would have gave that to Rosie when she was not feeling well, but I just didn't have it on hand. And I did have some little gravel, what I bought was Gravel Kids dissolvables. So those are really good for dogs as well because it's a lower dosage and they're dissolvable. So you can put them in like a little cheese or a little meat or something like that, and they just eat them instead of like it actually being a pill. But there is so many ways that you can treat your animals at home. Like, please, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a veterinarian, I'm just going by what experience we have had, because we do live 30 minutes outside of a city and we don't have those amenities really near us. And I always feel that you can easily take care of that yourself at home, depending on what it is. Now, I have said if Rosie was lethargic and not eating or drinking, I would have immediately taken her to the vet because that is serious. But she was acting normal. Her energy, water, she wanted to eat. She really wanted to eat, but I kept all of that checked and I was able to control what she ate. I administered like the pumpkin on like day 3 because for a couple of days I just didn't feed her very much. I did feed her a little bit of plain rice and some pumpkin, like I said. And I did that and to kind of get her stomach under control, and it worked. So I'm so happy to report that we are all doing good now. Thank goodness. Like, that was a long time coming, and I hope that we never experience that all again because, man, I'm telling you, it was crazy for those few weeks. So everybody is doing okay. Thank you for all of the kind comments and wondering about our little Rosie. All right, this is all done. It hasn't thickened a bit, but I don't want to add any more xanthan gum because I feel like it'll kind of thicken over time. So I'm just going to pour some. It smells absolutely amazing, by the way. So I cannot wait to taste this. Let's give it a taste together. All right, let's taste this. Smells absolutely amazing. It is really, really hot, so I'm going to have to just blow on a little bit. But this is the perfect comfort food. Now that things are getting a lot cooler outside, you can make some soups, some stews, casseroles, slow cooker recipes, and that's what I plan on doing that's what I plan on doing like in the next couple months. All right, let's give this a taste. I'm gonna blow on it because it still is a bit hot. Oh my. I have never made anything like this before, but it is really good. I feel like using the chicken thighs give it a lot more flavor because I find that chicken breasts, unless you're using a lot of seasonings, it really doesn't have a lot of taste. So I love the taste of using the boneless, skinless chicken breast or chicken thighs in this recipe. I feel like it makes all of the difference, but this is absolutely delicious. So that is the end of today's video. I hope you give this recipe a try. Like I said, I will have the original recipe that I kind of just used as a guideline in order to make today's recipe. But please let me know if you love recipes like this and you're looking towards more soup, stews, and casserole dishes. I would love to make some more. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed and also make sure that notification bell is on so YouTube can let you know if I upload another video. Thanks for watching.